Okay, we're having that transition back this way. We're not pausing, we're not trying to turn more, we're not focusing on hitting at the ball. We're just moving, we're moving. And you look at his whole swing is very dynamic, okay? We slam that heel back down and it pulls us through. That's the feeling that you're gonna have. The right side can push and fire, but we've got ourselves out of the way. What can you learn from Jon Rahm, the recent US Open champion, that is gonna help you? Whether you're a senior golfer, a beginner golfer, a very well-seasoned golfer, there are some things that I love about the way he approaches the game, but how he really does maximize his short golf swing. And there is so much to be learned from how he can get consistency and the speed. And it's actually a bit easier than you may think. And I'm going to show you how. All right, I'm Alex Forte. This is The Art of Simple Golf. A quick lesson today because I just want you to kind of take this and do with it what you will, all right? We've talked a little bit about maximizing a short backswing where you don't have to rotate and things like that. But he does some key moves that are very much focused not on the backswing, but on the through swing, okay? By doing that, he gets the maximum speed and efficiency. And yes, he's an athlete. Yes, he's what, 26? And I know most of you are double, if not a shade more than that, okay? But we can still take some of this and apply it to you, all right? And we can actually make a couple of tiny tweaks that'll make it even easier. You have to educate yourself when it comes to you and your own golf game. You are going to be able to do some things, you're not going to be able to do other things. But you will know quite quickly whether it resonates. If it feels just too complicated or too contrived to try and perform the task that you're being asked to do. I'm not necessarily saying this or other lessons I've given or anyone, or something you've seen on the Golf Channel or the PGA Tour, whatever, okay? You have to know, I'm not saying you have to pick up things instantly because golf is freaking hard. But it should feel, okay, I like that. And it should feel something that isn't going to just work for like a couple of shots. This is going to become a tenet for you. And that's what we're trying to find with the Art of Simple Golf, like the principles and tenets that are going to work for you that you can stick with to have your foundation. And a short swing does very much that. It gives you the foundation that you can either lengthen and build upon or just maximize the efficiency of, okay? So Jon Rahm had a great victory. I was actually quite gutted because I had like 50 bucks on Louis Oosthuizen to actually win outright. So I was kind of cheering for him, especially at like, what was it, 50, 60 to 1, I'm not sure. But I'm still happy Rahm won. Let's put it that way. Anyway, so what can we do? I told you, we're going to sort of forget about the backswing, but I'll cover it a little bit, right? We still want to have a slight lateral shift as we start the swing. We want momentum, we want soft wrist, and we still want to try and make just a bit of a core turn. And if you look at him, he's not necessarily static with the legs. He's not making a huge shoulder turn. He does sort of get a turn, but it's derived from here, okay? Yes, he's kind of a stocky fellow, but he's strong, he's athletic, and he turns his core just a few inches. And by doing that, he gets into a very nicely wound up position. And that's the sort of feeling that I would like you to have because it's just sort of efficient. And we've got other videos on it and I'll try and link them below that you can check out. But let's just sort of put that to the side for a moment. Because what he does the best is get the most out of his transition and the speed that he generates through to the target. He's very much goal target orientated. His whole swing, it's like just here and then release through. It's just here and then release through. It's quite stress-free, I suppose, is the way you can think of it, right? But what if you're thinking, I can't generate that kind of speed? I want you to try this little quick tip that is the main purpose of this lesson today. I want you, as you make your backswing, that little core rotation, I actually want you to allow your heel to come off the ground, okay? Because that's going to enable us to straighten the legs a little bit, to clear ourselves out the way, even if we're way down here, okay? We're going to allow that heel to come off the ground. And what that is going to do is, as soon as we plant it back down, it's going to send our energy back that way. It's going to encourage us to grab the ground, to move through the ball, not at it, through it. We're not static, we're not dead with the feet. And from there we can catch the ground and we can sling the club through and straighten those arms, all right? You do that, you're going to get whip, you're going to get a snap, you're going to get a fluid golf swing. But it's not just a matter of raising the heel, okay? It's not just a matter of lifting this up here. Because depending on when you do it, and also when you plant it back down, it's either going to cost you yards and consistency, or you're going to hit it much better. We do not really want to be feeling like we're planting the heel down once we've completed the backswing, whatever that means to you. We really want to be starting the transition and the downswing before we've even completed this. And that's why it's good to just sort of forget about it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's quick, but we're just forgetting about it and we're having that transition back, okay? We're having that transition back this way. We're not pausing, we're not trying to turn more, we're not focusing on hitting at the ball. We're just moving, we're moving. And you look at his whole swing is very dynamic. Now, even if you're, would call yourself a bit of an old codger, I get people saying that to me all the time. You still want to try and have a dynamic swing. The more static and stiff you make it, the harder it's going to be. So I want you to have a dynamic swing. So as that heel raises, as you make your backswing, before your hands get past chest height, as you're making the move back down, I want you to feel like this heel is planting back down. And you see that? It's like a trigger effect. It's a snap. It's like a slingshot. We're here. It's that movement there. And then from there, our energy, our upper body is moving forward, and we can turn and straighten those hands as swiftly as possible. From here, it's going to look something like this. So we're here. Before we even complete the backswing, we slam that heel back down, okay? We slam that heel back down and it pulls us through. That's the feeling that you're going to have. The right side can push and fire, but we've got ourselves out of the way. And just by that movement, that's giving us energy where it counts. And it removes so much tension as well if you have supple wrists and supple forearms. So practice it. Don't try and hit big shots at first. This isn't about just getting more power, okay? Start with some little shots, but feel that we're making that transition, okay? And I want you to really focus on it being through. As we make our rotation through, as we plant that foot forward, we allow the arms to straighten, the wrists, which are soft. I hope you know that by now. If you haven't seen that video yet, or other videos where we talk about it, please do. But we've got soft arms, but we're using the energy that we've gathered from the ground to just pull through. And the more we can feel like the left side is clearing out the way, the more effortless speed we've got and room we have to hit the ball, all right? That's it. And that's what he does exceptionally well. Jon Rahm, yes, he shuts the face a little bit here, which is a very good little bonus tip, okay? What he does is actually hood the club face just ever so slightly. That stops it being open and causing slices and things. So from here, he can actually sort of release the hands very swiftly and rotate through with confidence, knowing that that club face is going to square up. So it's something that we're going to do in another video, but just notice where your trail wrist is and where the club face is, okay? Just try and feel like you're a little bit shut as you're making that downswing move. So we're here, and the little practice is back and down. Okay, so it's this little shift And movement is basically all the golf swing is. It's just this tiny little golf swing there, all right? Tiny little golf swing. Lift the heel up, plant the heel down, and sling it through. Staying back, we're not sort of lunging the upper body forward, but we're clearing the hips out the way, and we're utilizing speed and energy to move through and commit to the target. If you find that you're sort of chicken winging a bit here, just soften up this left arm, okay? The more soft you feel here, just to allow those wrists to rehinge, you're going to be hitting it very straight. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that video. Harness a bit of the Jon Rahm in you. Allow that heel to lift on your backswing, but before you've even completed it, slam it back down. Use your energy to just swing through and see the results. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.